A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. As the deadline for Donald Trump's latest tariffs approaches, the implications of American protectionism are becoming increasingly clear. Financial markets seem to have adjusted to the looming changes, but the reality of the global economy is facing significant challenges. On July 27, 2025, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick announced that there will be no extensions on tariff deadlines, confirming that they will go into effect as scheduled on August 1st. This decision has raised concerns among economists and international leaders alike, who fear the impact of these tariffs on trade relations and economic stability. In the political arena, the situation is equally charged. Representative Mike Collins from Georgia has declared his intention to challenge Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff in what the GOP has identified as a critical battleground. The dynamics of this race will be heavily influenced by national issues, particularly those surrounding trade and economic policies. Supporters of Trump's America First policy argue that these tariffs are a necessary step to reassert U.S. leadership and rectify trade imbalances that have historically disadvantaged American interests. However, critics contend that this approach could ultimately harm the U.S. economy, as countries retaliate in response to American tariffs. The Trump administration is also deliberating a visit by Taiwan's leader to the U.S., a move that could further strain relations with China and complicate ongoing trade discussions. This potential visit highlights the precarious balance the administration must maintain as it navigates complex international relationships. In a related development, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has indicated that the administration plans to implement significant changes to the Federal Reserve, seeking to influence monetary policy in a manner that aligns with Trump's broader economic agenda. This marks a departure from the traditional independence of the Fed, raising questions about the long-term implications for U.S. fiscal policy. Meanwhile, the European Union and the U.S. are still grappling with the details of their trade pact, with many unresolved issues remaining. The European Commission has expressed concerns over the potential repercussions of the new tariffs, which could complicate negotiations and hinder economic cooperation. In a surprising twist, President Trump took questions from reporters after announcing a trade deal with the EU, where he was asked if the urgency to finalize the agreement was influenced by the recent controversies surrounding Jeffrey Epstein. This comment underscores the intertwining of political narratives and economic policies in the current administration. In Southeast Asia, Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to a ceasefire following intense conflict, demonstrating the global ramifications of U.S. foreign policy decisions. The ceasefire reflects a desire for stability in a region that is increasingly affected by the U.S.'s strategic maneuvers. Back in the U.S., political figures are also making headlines. Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina is contemplating a bid for governor, while Trump's approval ratings hover around 40%, suggesting a potential softening of support among voters. This could have significant implications for Republican candidates as they gear up for the upcoming elections. Despite the controversies, Trump has made headlines for his unorthodox approach to diplomacy, having previously surprised world leaders by offering them his personal cell phone number to bypass traditional diplomatic channels. This method has drawn both praise and criticism, reflecting the unpredictable nature of his presidency. As the global economy braces for the impact of impending tariffs, the political landscape remains tumultuous. Trump's administration is facing scrutiny not only for its economic policies, but also for its handling of sensitive issues like the Epstein case, which has overshadowed other aspects of the administration's agenda. The interplay between these various elements will continue to shape the narrative as the U.S. navigates its path forward in a complex international environment. In summary, as the deadline for new tariffs approaches, the implications for the global economy are significant. While financial markets may appear stable, the underlying tensions and potential retaliatory measures from other nations could lead to unforeseen consequences. The political ramifications of these decisions are equally profound, as candidates prepare for elections in a climate heavily influenced by trade and economic policies. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining the future trajectory of both U.S. domestic politics and international relations. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.